Hi and welcome back to the interview with Paul and DWP corruption. I think in all fairness we've about killed the subject now on common purpose, and what we really want is for you to look at this interview today. I certainly want to put my neck on the block. If my facts and the information given out I couldn't substantiate, which I might say to the government I've got in various addresses all over the country, in case it is that you decide once again to break into the property to steal information, as you have done in the past. As I say, this was done a couple of years ago. Fed my dogs a piece of beef through the letterbox, broke in, and as I say, I had information stolen. My ex-wife has been followed around the local shopping area, videoed, and they're all techniques to antagonise people and to shut them up and frighten them up. Kids followed to school. I even have a friend who I won't mention purely from the point of view, I haven't had his permission with the Data Protection Act, but they even tried to set his son and his daughter up with a drugs bust, and they was basically having a party with a few bottles of such.
These are the lengths that the government are going to because of the information.
Because of the information that's getting out. They really are starting to panic because they're realising that the public are waking up. For an ordinary guy like myself to travel to Manchester to expose what we've done today, there's got to be something in it. Yeah. It's a gorgeous day, the sun's shining. Surely it would be in everybody's interest, to have a nice walk along the river today with an ice cream, rather than sat in somebody's studio, obviously having to promote this sort of situation. But it is a very serious situation that we've got here. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you a little bit of background about my own case that I've titled Fed to the Wolves. And this is basically common purpose orientated, as this is what happened to myself. So although there's going to be a couple of breaks within this statement that I'll be making and the points that I'm covering, maybe you'll just be able to relate to some of the information and notice that it happened to you or a relative or somebody else in the family or somebody that you know, and at least you'll be able to relate and say, blimey, that's exactly where this guy's coming from. So my situation started a good many years ago, and in a nutshell it gave me realisation of common purposes. I knew something was wrong, but just did not have a clue or be able to put my finger on the fact that at that time every door I opened was shut in my face and couldn't get answers to questions or to the reason why some things had happened. In a nutshell, a close family member was involved with a compensation case, a personal injury situation, and it came time to talk to the DWP and Job Centre Plus about benefits and how much had been gained in benefit, obviously because it has to be paid back. And at the time, in the Dudley area, the manager, Daljit Verdi, and the people that worked underneath her, Andrew Evans and Andrew Frost, I realised after a few months that there was a conspiracy against me, and what they had actually done, the information that they'd been given pertaining to this family relative's accident, they'd actually sold to the opposition solicitors, Rag & Co. in Birmingham. Couldn't understand why we was being treated the way that we were, but we certainly knew that there was something not right. Now, as I've said and spoken about since, and you may have seen other videos that I've done the walk in the park in Birmingham, Rag & Co. solicitors house their own unethical solicitors to lead beyond authority that are just trained purely in this corruption technique. And it was when I started to ask questions about the Data Protection Act and what had happened to myself that we started to get doors closed in our face. And as I say, the staff within the Dudley Job Centre and the DWP was certainly part of this conspiracy that colluded with the solicitors, the local councils, and even the chief executive of the council, Andrew Spark, who I believe was forced out of his position and moved up to Lincolnshire to create devastation there, from what I've learned from people in that area that have got to know him and have learned some of the tricks and some of the stuff that he's done with regards, again, common purpose backgrounds. So, you know, we start to get a feedback in, an understanding of what common purpose can do and how its infiltration affects everybody from every walk of life. And, you know, this is where we start to have an understanding that you cannot trust the government agencies involved. Back to that word cronyism. These people operate in every department within government, and as I've said, even in the private sector. So the chance of a fair hearing is very, very little, because these people that operate common purpose are also part of a unique bonus structure, which you're probably not aware of, but basically it's to leave beyond authority, and the surgeon, the Job Centre Plus staff, or the solicitors, anybody that's actually involved with that case, the higher up the ladder they get with the corruption and the more malfeasance and abuse of power they can create, then the bigger bonuses they get. The bonuses they get don't come out of anybody's funding apart from the person who's got the compensation case. So therefore, rather than pay that person the compensation they rightly deserve through the system, what's happening here is the lawyers, the solicitors, the surgeons, the people in council, Job Centre Plus staff, the DWP staff, all leave beyond authority and have that bonus split between them. Now, that could well mean that you've just had an alarm go off in your ear, a bell go off or whatever, and realise that that's exactly what's happened to you, as this is what common purpose is about. This is to lead beyond authority. This is what this country is heading for. And, you know, you look at people within the judicial system, you might have a relative who's in prison at this moment in time. It could well be that you had speeding fines and you weren't speeding, because we know that the common purpose aspect within the police departments all over the country is led by common purpose. Lancashire is the breeding ground for corruption, where the police and the IPCC are concerned. We have situations at this moment in time with people that are close to us that have been into court, and we've realised how corrupt the system is and how crucial it is to make sure that the judicial system is reviewed and looked at. And this is whereby we'll be calling on Jack Straw with more information to highlight common purpose and its infiltration. Not that he doesn't know about it already. I've just had the hand and I've got to wind up just for a few minutes, so I'll be back in a minute or two, refreshed and looking forward to see you.
Okay guys.